Yo, what up, though? It's your man, J.Johnson, a.k.a. the tinfoil hat titan, a.k.a. the conspiracy realist, a.k.a. the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text me with your green bubbles, a.k.a. I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, because all the hoes say J.U. Ice, Young Caesar, because you know you can't roam without me, the writer of the white powder, picker of the fire flower, spit hot fire like Dilo on Chappelle's skit. AKA, if you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark because they couldn't find another animal just like me. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
What up, though? It's your man, Dame Going Wild. The West Side Landlord, the Pride of PA. High Chief Dame Don't Fuck Around, the liquor store legend, the corner store conquistador, your mama's favorite Dame, and the David Ruffin of the Shop Talk Podcast, because you know who the fuck they came to see.
Welcome back, Shop Talk Podcast number 84, a.k.a. the World Series episode.
Tigers did win it in 84.
Yes, we did. Shout out to the Detroit Tigers.
So we just keeping straight on that, just Detroit facts from here on out.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're just going to keep it Detroit, dog.
Okay. There's no better. I've been all around the world. This is where I want to die. Detroit.
I've been all around the city, and this is where I was at. I've been all around the country.
Except on Joy Road. I don't want to die on Joy Road. No, that's not what
Congratulations. You played yourself.
No Joy Road slander, fam.
No. I was just over there.
Man, how was your week, brother?
We had a good week, dog. We had an incredible week.
We had a fucking excellent week.
A powerful week.
Yeah, we did, man.
We went up to, what was that, Wednesday or Thursday? We hit Hot 107?
Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday we went up to Hot 107.
Got a chance to kick it with the Breakfast Crew.
The
Breakfast Crew, the morning show.
The Morning Heat.
Yeah, the Morning Heat. Damn.
Man, that's funny.
I don't want to fuck that up. You gotta take that out.
The movement is to beat the Breakfast Club, and they trying to beat the Breakfast Club in the city.
Yeah, and they were real gracious to us. Big Greg, Deelishis, Comic J Will,
Yeah.
Kamal Smith.
Absolutely.
Hey man, I'm gonna just admit it on air.
Go ahead. Before I get to it, go ahead.
I seen Deelishis and I turned into putty, my nigga. I fumbled. I dropped the ball. I couldn't say shit. Fumbling for my phone in my pocket. Nigga, mouth started watering like a bitch, and I couldn't do nothing.
You went to your alter ego. You know your
Dame Go Mild.
Dame Go Mild.
I turned that shit. I dialed that shit right the fuck down. First of all, that woman looks incredible. Her ass is amazing. I hope that she does not own one pair of panties, because there's no need to cage that shit. Let that bitch be free.
I think she glamored me. You ever watch it?
Yeah. Like in fucking True Blood?
I think I got
like if you look into her eyes?
I think I got glamored, dog. Because, I mean, she's always been an attractive person, right?
Yeah, but like she caught a lot of slander this week on social media for like some pictures. Like they took like some old Flavor of Love pictures and compared it to what she looks like now. But like, nigga, she looked good as fuck in person. Like,
I mean, Flavor of Love, that was damn near 15 years. I mean, how long ago was that?
That's a long, like 15 years, easy.
Like, that was like 2003-ish?
Yeah.
That's 15 years, fam. Yeah. You people change.
She doesn't. Let's
look at a picture from me from 2003.
Nigga, right remember now? When you had that goatee that like hung down to your fucking chest?
I like a full blown nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I was about in 2003, nigga, I was about 60 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
No lie. I was about 60 pounds lighter.
I was about 4 kids lighter.
Shit. Man, but that was dope, man. That we got to go down to the
Yeah, they're a very gracious host to us. Let us come through, take pictures, kick it.
You ever think a podcast been on a radio show in the morning before?
No.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was the first.
It's room for one. It's room for us to be there like on a regular. Like I seen a different view. This year shit is opening up. Like bigger and better than before. And this is the beginning. It's fucking January. The numbers is looking good. We out everywhere that we fucking want to be.
Cliche alert. We having our best month ever.
Every month is our best month ever. And I mean, being on the radio that morning, like that shit bumped up numbers immediately. Like,
yeah, we had social media, then all the pictures and posts and everything. And we got that was a nice stream day.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 62 people in Japan who've been listening this week.
I'll take it.
I don't know how they found us in Japan, but shout out to you.
We international Dame.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Then we had the podcast.
Well, why were we up at the radio station?
Oh, because we was promoting the podcast summit. If you wasn't there, you missed the fuck out.
Yeah, so AJ and SJ from the Connected Experience.
And the College of Hip Hop.
And the College of Hip Hop put together 2018 Urban Podcast Summit.
And I think this is just part one. Like, it's definitely going to pop off again. But we had a decent turnout last night.
Man, it was a really nice turnout last night.
Good food, a lot of information. They brought Premium Pete out from the Premium Pete Show.
Yeah.
Who was he's a talented individual. Dropped a lot of gems last night. Gave a lot of great information on, getting into this podcast game, monetizing it, building your fan base. There was a lot of networking that went on. AJ and SJ are truly the connected experience.
Yeah.
When they in the room, is good business being done. And they put, people were really able to get out and network. Hopefully we get a couple of them shows here in the studio and, keep building the brand.
Yeah. Dame and myself were sitting on the panel along with Premium Pete, along with AJ and SJ, and along with JG from the Audio Wave Network.
Yeah. They was out deep for Audio Wave Network. And all y'all that recorded in here that didn't say shit when the mic came around, guess what's going to happen to you? That price going up real quick.
I mean, we're not
Pay homage.
I mean, the bills are getting paid. We don't need the recognition in front of people. I don't worry about the recognition. But we had, a lot of folks from who record here came out, and it was just a really good experience for all of those people to come out and see other podcasts. And we was up there dropping knowledge too.
Because we're
we're
kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
we're doing things.
I'm a technology snob. Some questions asked, he was like, "Well, shit, I don't know." I'm like, here are the stats. Here are the numbers. Here are the statistics.
Like Jay is the technical end. I'm just the loudmouth for the shit. So, but it works.
Yeah, man. So, shout out to everybody who participated, who came out.
And I did take a slip and fall when I left off the panel.
Yeah, dog.
I almost hit the floor, but God blocked it.
Yeah,
I hope that shit did not make it to the tape.
It's on the tape.
we gotta edit that.
That shit's on the tape.
We gotta edit that shit the fuck out because I almost tasted the flow.
Yeah, man.
Whoever was in the front row that saved me, God bless you. Good things are gonna happen to you this week.
That was the Champagne Stories podcast.
It was those ladies.
They caught you.
And I was talking shit to them like, y'all wasn't listening to instructions when you was supposed to do on the mic and pass it around. And my fat ass come off the panel and take a slip and fall, and them three ladies saved me.
That's what you call karma.
Instant karma.
That's what
Instant fucking karma.
That's how I live my life. My life is works like that. I gotta keep it in check.
Remember when Charlie was here? Ain't no such thing as karma.
Hey man, that's one man's opinion. That's one man's opinion. So man, this week, man, shout out to MLK.
Yeah.
We had the celebrating his birthday on last Monday.
When you were in school, did you watch My Friend Martin?
I had never heard of My Friend Martin until this week. I would not like to watch that trash.
Okay. We didn't watch it neither. I went to private school, so we didn't really watch shit like that.
You went to private school?
I went to private school from kindergarten to 8th grade, nigga.
Did I know this?
I don't know, but it's out there now.
Why? I don't think that I know this before.
I went to Catholic school.
Hold on, man.
Yeah, it's there. A little known Dame fact.
I'm sure we had to talk about this or something, dog.
Catholic school, dog.
Jesus Christ. Oh, well, literally, Jesus Christ.
I ain't go to public school till 9th grade.
Damn, man. And then it was Cass of all things.
Yeah, I was like sheltered. Like, that shit was like a culture shock for me when I started.
Cass was the culture shock.
Nigga, first of all, I went from a school with 400 kids in total.
Yeah.
To Cass, it was what?
400 on each floor.
Nigga, it was like 1,200 of us in 9th grade.
Yeah.
So, that shit was night and day. I went from like a controlled environment to like being able to move freely, skip. Like, skipping was like brand fucking new to me in 9th grade. I had never not went to all my classes.
You can't skip school in middle school because you
can. If you in public school, you one of them gladiator academies, they ain't keeping up with you all fucking day.
Nigga, you went the class the whole day. You can't. You can't skip.
It's harder to skip.
Yeah.
But that shit was brand new to me. And yeah, I went from Catholic school to Cass, and shit changed.
So look, the reason I brought up the MLK Day, because of course I love and respect MLK, but some days I hate social media, and this is one of the days that I hate social media.
I hate seeing the flyers with.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. You know what I'm saying? It's that unfortunately it seems like we can't celebrate somebody without some fucking hate, and the hate comes from a semi-woke person. This motherfucker on the internet. Two things. I made a post about on Facebook. One, I'm tired of getting added to fucking groups I did not ask to be in.
I feel you.
Right, because the shit I'm about to argue about or about to talk about came from a group that I wasn't even supposed to be in. Like, how the fuck do I keep getting in these goddamn groups? I'm blocking everybody. And fade on sight if I found out it was you who added me.
It'll show you who added you in the group.
I end up canceling out already. So, look, this motherfucker going to say he happy that everybody is posting about MLK and all the other and all this other stuff, essentially, but it's never gonna be respected in this country because he don't see a MLK Day sale like it's a President's Day sale or Valentine's Day sale.
What does that have to do with?
Or Labor Day sale or Thanksgiving? And he went through all this shit about because it's not no sales. I'm thinking like, and because of that, they don't respect the black dollar. And I'm like, you conflating all these issues that are really important, but you throw it in a bullshit ass post like this. So I'm like, because
I can't get a TV half off from Best Buy, it doesn't authenticate it.
Best Buy say we got 20% off on TVs on MLK Day. You can be like, hold on,
it's a real holiday.
You exploiting his death. How corporate America, white folks or whatever, gonna kill him, and then now this is a lose situation. Why the fuck? I've never in my life thought about. I wonder if I can get an MLK Day sale. Like, how would you equate this shit? Like, so. And
some niggas just don't deserve the internet.
And there was another nigga talking about, I'm glad that y'all posting all these pictures, but y'all need to live your life like this and like this. Like, listen, dog, let people celebrate, post their pictures and go about your business. How come every time we want to do something good, somebody always got to come with some negative shit? Say that shit for another day. Don't be trying to uplift somebody while tearing somebody else down.
Yeah, shit don't make no sense.
I'm off with that shit, dog.
You can't please everybody. Some of y'all niggas don't deserve the internet. Look, I'd be happy when they make it a day where I can at least enjoy MLK Day at home with my kids. Like, I gotta work. Like, my job don't get no fuck about Martin Luther King Day. So I gotta get up and go to work.
Yeah, we 365 no matter what.
Yeah. Them drugs still gotta ship out. So I mean, I ain't get a chance to really truly bask in the glory of the day because I was at work.
Yeah. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this topic because everybody been talking about this shit all day. But I wish my man would have got hit with a meteor.
Fuck what you tell me. It wasn't a meteor. Shit was a missile. The end. I'm taking the conspiracy theory route. Hell yeah, it was a small one.
Where did it go?
It went inside. I don't know where it went. I don't know who has it.
I'm saying where what they shoot the missile at? Like, where did it go?
Nigga, could have came from Canada. They decided they just had enough that night. I don't know. Could have been a mistake. I don't believe that meteor shit. Me and you talked about it, and a meteor is the safest thing to say is what the fuck happened because y'all will believe it.
Yes, I mean the only thing you could say is meteor, and that would be like okay. Like,
but typically when shit like that happens, like all that Doppler, all that radar shit, you couldn't tell me like yesterday that this motherfucker might hit somewhere in downriver.
I mean, that's normally what happens, right? 'Cause I mean, I watched a lot. So when this shit happened, I thought something was going on upstairs, outside. I'm looking out the window, like I don't see no footprints. Thought something fell. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I didn't think about it. Then I got online and saw everybody. I'm like, shit, that must have been the same shit. And then I looked at, I had sent SJ a text like before all this shit happened. I look at the timestamp and look at the videos with the little meteor shit or with the light that was in the sky. And
with the flames coming from the missile.
And where'd the missile go? If it was a missile, where'd it go?
I don't know. The government got there and took that shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
I mean, you usually shoot a missile at something. Like, so what did it, like, it went
maybe
through the air?
Maybe niggas misfired. Like, maybe it was supposed to go to.
I don't think you.
Maybe it was supposed to hit Lansing, and they miscalculated the shit. I don't believe it was.
And it hit what? What I'm saying, you shoot a gun, the bullet coming down somewhere. Like, so, boom, you seen the bullet fly. Like, where you?
You don't know where the bullet gonna come. If you shoot a gun in the air, you don't know where the bullet gonna come down at.
We got to stay on. Like, so you say you seen the missile, or you think?
I think it's a missile.
And where did it hit?
It hit the side of some trap house in fucking Taylor. I don't.
I heard it hit a garage in Taylor.
Hey, you know what's so funny, dog? the nigga who put that picture in Taylor, he was in here on Wednesday night. On Wednesday
We need
night.
to check on that brother and make sure he's still out.
No, he made the shit up. He was like, I was just playing. He said he went outside, took him, then he showed me his Instagram account. I'm like, nigga, this is the same picture that hit my fucking feed. He was like, yeah, I was just fucking around.
I don't know. I don't believe it was a meteor. You can't tell me that shit. Could have been an alien for all we know.
It could be. Look, in real life, the only thing they could tell us that it was a meteor, and that's the safest thing you can tell anybody. A nigga could have told you it was a missile, people gonna go crazy. They would have told you it was an alien, people gonna go crazy. Nigga could have told you it was Jesus Christ himself coming down, and niggas would go crazy.
Niggas wouldn't even believe it.
Dog,
Jesus would have a hard time selling the world on who he is.
Nigga, I talked to my dad about this shit like yesterday. Like, nigga, if Jesus came out the sky right now, I'm running the other direction. This shit is abnormal.
Like you hear the horns in the sky open up
I'm
and he
getting-
start walking down.
I'm getting the fuck out of here. Because I'm thinking like, nigga,
I ain't did enough good in my life for you to come back yet, Lord.
I mean, if you want to be honest, Jesus an alien.
You can have that one.
He from this earth?
Look, man,
Did the nigga not come from a different earth?
I'm not going to call Jesus the N-word, first of all.
Dog, by all definitions, that man is an alien.
Look, man, I'm just going to stick with what I know in my Bible.
All I'm saying is, he came from heavens. The heavens is above this. Like, nigga came from outside of earth and came down here and was walking around, nigga, alien.
Okay.
I mean, he don't got to be green and fuzzy. You know what I'm saying? People think aliens don't look like us. But clearly, that man looked like us.
You'd be hard-pressed to believe that there's nothing else out in the universe. Like that we just the only niggas out here with technology and living and paying bills. Like, I don't believe that.
Well, that's only if you believe in the universe. That's a whole nother stuff.
And the earth is flat as fuck.
Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, the earth is flat, dog. I mean,
That's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation. But anyway,
we'll go there one day.
Yeah, we'll go there anyway, man. Anyway, man, we got a special guest in the building today, dog. We actually got my brother in the building today.
Yeah.
What up, though?
Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Well, my intro is nothing like yours, but I'm gonna try it.
All right.
All right. It's the one they love to hate and hate to love. The God Man, Moorish American, Lord Sugar Wayne Ill.
All right, drop one of Clues Bonds for the intro. What up, though, man?
Oh, shit, chillin'.
Hey, man, we at the podcast summit and shit yesterday. I was introducing like, oh yeah, this is my brother. This the when I was talking about on different episodes and shit. So niggas seem like everybody feel like they know you. And
Yes,
shit, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
because
And it freaked me out. I had to go home. I'm not even gonna lie. I had a great time. The podcast was cool.
Yeah.
But when everybody got, hey, I seen pictures and I'm like, shit, I gotta go.
hey man, Jay kept your name alive out here. Like, so I know you did the show yesterday with Premium Pete. So like when I came, I was late as usual. So I was sitting outside, like just kind of listening to your story. I didn't know who was in here, and then I heard like cousin Netta's name get mentioned in the story. So I was like, oh, that must be Jay brother that they in there interviewing, man. So how does it feel to like be back home? Which you about 30 days out now, right?
Yeah, I'm a little over, somewhere around 30-ish.
35.
35. Yeah.
Okay.
He count my days better than I do, even when I was in there. So
I feel you.
that's
So
my bro, my little big bro.
how's it feel to be home?
And man, it's great. When I first came home, I literally hit the ground running.
Okay.
2 jobs in 8 days.
That's amazing right there.
And those are just the ones I took. I turned down probably like 3 jobs and 2 apprenticeships
Okay.
because it's not enough time in the day. And then I don't have reliable transportation as far as me being able to drive around just yet.
Right.
So I can't have my dad getting up and driving me around everywhere. Got my auntie driving me around everywhere. My brother, he busy as shit, you know what I'm saying? So I have to just step back, take these little jobs I got, slow road it, take my time. But it feels great, man. I got my children back.
It's beautiful.
They smiling, laughing, joking. I'm able to sit and listen to my dad. We just had our family loss, so
Yeah.
I'm glad I can be there for him to have somebody to vent to and share.
Yeah, understandable.
And that we'll have to do a show for because he talks about everything.
Yeah, my dad crazy. Like man, I told you, man. One day well, you know what? We probably gonna have to do that for real this year, man. Like your pops went through a lot of shit this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
My pops
yeah.
went through last year. We was gonna do a Father's Day episode and bring our fathers on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
And we was like, nah, we ain't doing that shit. But I mean, life is short, man, and so much shit goes on, man. So we gotta think about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do Father's Day episode. Man, it's been a journey, man.
Yeah.
How long of a stretch did you do all together?
Well, what they call it is a meatball, but 42 months, 3.5 years is a long fucking time.
Why they call it a meatball? I'm
Because-
not hip.
Honestly, I don't know. I guess because it's so small of a time frame, a time period. They
Okay.
just say, oh, that ain't nothing but a meatball. Some prison shit. You know what I'm saying? They got nicknames for everything.
Okay.
So, but if you got responsibilities, you got children, and you're an actual real dad that's involved in your family, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of time to be going away
Oh, fuck
from
yeah.
your family. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
things change so much with kids, and
Man, my daughter damn near taller than me. You know what I'm saying? She's 11.
okay.
I missed my oldest son's graduation. You know what I'm saying? I missed a lot. I missed my mom's passing. You know what I'm saying? I missed a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, to be home now it's a big, deep breath of fresh air. You know what I'm
I'm sure. What was like one of the biggest adjustments that you kind of ran into when you got out?
I don't like people anymore.
I mean, that might have happened had you still been out here, though.
I mean, I never really liked it. Like take Walmart or Target. You know, one of these big department stores or whatnot.
yeah.
I don't like being in them because it's too many people
I feel you.
in this area. You know what I'm saying? I guess from watching TV, you always seeing the shooting or the old back in the day with movie shootings and stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I never did clubs. I don't really do bars because once you've been in a couple shootouts, you know what I'm saying, with too many people, you like, man, I ain't doing that shit no more. So, but living with 7 different personalities for 3.5 years, I just want to be by myself.
Okay.
I mean, prison changes people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it changes. Well, prison can change people completely. It's gonna change you.
It's gonna change.
It's
Oh, yeah.
gonna change you. Period. But
I've seen prison change people for the better, and
Yeah.
I've seen prison turn niggas into animals.
yeah.
I was something like a bully before I went to prison.
Okay. Jay has called you the enforcer.
Yes.
On here, you were the enforcer of the
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
more than
Yeah.
once.
Yes, I was something like a bully growing up, and but that was only in the streets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In the neighborhood, when somebody wronged one of my family members.
I got you.
To be an aggressive person 24 hours a day is nerve-wracking. You know what I'm saying? That can really change you. Like, you don't know when to shut off the switch.
Yeah.
Before, I could shut the switch off. And there, you cannot cut the switch off.
I feel you.
Because the minute you let your guard down, there's somebody there. You know what I'm saying? And the minute you let oh man, that shit ain't that big. I'll let him get away with it. It's literally like 10 other people watching. Oh, he let him get away with it? Maybe he'll let me get away. Maybe he'll let me get away. Maybe he'll let me. You know, you're like, ah, man. So you got to stay on guard, on tip every time.
I always remember I had a good friend of mine that did 18 years.
Oh, wait.
And I remember him saying, like, shit that's like small out in the world, like you can't give a nigga a pass on when you locked up. He said, you know, you can get into a dust up with a nigga out here, he call you out your name, and you can let that shit, you might be able to let that shit slide. He said, in there, nigga disrespect you, like you got to handle that shit then and there, or that's what you gonna be for the rest of your stretch.
Yes. And you have to watch who you hang with, who you associate with.
Okay.
And
Yeah, break down some of the prison politics, man.
oh my goodness. Like I said, I'm the Moorish American, and y'all drop the N word so much, man. And I, growing up, the only 2 words I ever heard my mom say, and I call her Mother Teresa, was shit and nigga.
Okay.
So I'm like, these words can't be bad. My mama say them, you know what I'm saying? But once you start studying and reading and taking on those more, you know, strengthening your morals around that, it's like you realize like those words are marks, and you're really supporting racism or slavery. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of scratched that. It was hard to scratch that word from my vocabulary, and sometimes I slip up. We're not perfect. I'm a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? But you just like if somebody call you the N word, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, oh no, that shit over with. You know what I'm saying? But you got your gangs, you got your religious groups, you got your ethnicity groups.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like your skinheads and shit like that? Or?
Yeah, you got the Aryan Nation. Well, they don't call them Aryans no more. They call them Odins. So
What?
Odins. That's like them Thor motherfuckers.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Basically, they believe in Zeus and Thor and all of that. You know,
What, they the descendants or something from that, or they?
That's just some shit they put on because they still fucking Aryan Nation.
Okay.
They just put a spin on it to throw you off. You know what I'm saying? But that's all it is. And like my brother said, you don't like what I said, fight me.
Hey, if you don't like me, fight me.
Because I was in that shit. I seen him. My bunkie was one. And he was a cool motherfucker. Cool motherfucker.
Okay.
You know, that she was scared of me and just kept giving me coffee and shit. I don't know.
Shit, either or works.
Either or works. I didn't have to worry about him. He didn't have to worry about me. But that's pretty much what it is, man. Like, there are people. Oh, and another thing, like, where you from? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you from Grand Rapids, everybody from Grand Rapids hangs out.
Okay.
If you from Pontiac, everybody from Pontiac is, you know what I'm saying? If you from, well, Detroit is so large, so it's all east side, mainly Mac and Warren motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Joy Road all through that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my Joy Road brothers that's still in there. Marmar. And there's so many, I can't even, I don't even want to drop no names right now. That's not what I really do, but, you know. But that's just how it is, you know. And then you can, like...
So how is it in there if you're not clicked up?
It's rough. Shit. The first 6 months, I was in there. I wasn't clicked up with nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm 35 years old. What the fuck I'm gonna do? What am I gonna join the gang for?
Yeah.
If I ain't joined the gang when I was 15, what the fuck I look like joining the gang now at 35? You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, what happened was 2 little young guys. One was a GD. No, one was a blood. Yeah, one was a blood, one was a GD. They were both from Flint. And then the other little cat, he was just like a follower. You know what I'm saying? He was young too.
Okay.
And he's actually from Detroit, you know what I'm saying, from the 7 Mile Telegraph area. So, yeah. Oh, my bad. I'll bump into him. But we got into I got my secure pack. Shout out to my brother for sending that secure pack.
Hit me to the game. What's the secure pack?
Secure pack is like a grocery list.
Okay.
You get $85 worth of food. You know what I'm saying? You pick out a list, write the list down. They'll order it online and ship it to you. And it comes out of their pocket. So you don't have to spend your money on it.
Okay.
And you get a secure pack every 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Then, so I had a secure pack come in. It actually, my birthday was March 1st. So secure pack came like the week later on a Wednesday. We got our secure packs on Wednesday, and then we got our store on Thursday.
Okay.
So I had got my secure pack, and went and paid all my little bills off. Like if I borrowed some noodles from somebody, borrowed some chips or some shit like that, went and paid all my little bills off. And I was telling my cubies, we about to cook up. You know what I'm saying, tonight. You know what I'm saying, tonight. And they got a store coming tomorrow. We're going to cook up again.
They don't know what the cook up means something different outside. I mean, out here than in there.
Well, cook up is basically we about to put all our food together and we about to make a big ass feast. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, like I said, my birthday was like a week earlier. And I didn't have shit then. So now I got some shit we about to cook up. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if these guys, well, I really do know, but they basically was borrowing a lot of shit from people, you know what I'm saying? Getting some weed, food and shit. So I guess dog was on their head. So they had to come up with some money real quick. So they decided to come and take my shit.
Okay.
So when I realized who took my shit, I went to their locker and took some shit. So I'm sitting in the day room telling my homeboy like what's going on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Dog ran up on me. And mistake number one, you know what I'm saying? You let the person get too close up on you and you back into a corner. You know what I'm saying? He hit me with a lock. Bam. Right in the face with a lock. So I fell. Got a couple kicks. They scatter off. They jump up. I jump up rather. Slide in the back bathroom. Check to see what damage I had. Had like a little busted. Back of my head was opened up. It's about half an inch maybe.
Okay.
So I'm patching it. I got a couple homeboys in there. Like, oh man, they fooling you. You straight? You all right? You know, I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. You know. So they slide back in the bathroom. So I'm telling them like, yeah. No, he asked me like, so what's up, man? What we gonna do about this food? I'm like, I told you, I don't need your shit. You know what I'm saying? You go find who stole my shit. You can have your shit back. Oh, and I'm not even gonna say shit about, you know, this little fight and shit. You know, y'all got me. Y'all got down. You know. So they was like, all right, cool. So I'm glad you ain't gonna tell. And they jumped me again. And this time, one had the lock, another one had like a screw, probably about 6-7 inches long. So I'm like, oh shit. I grab him because, you know, he got the worst weapon and shit. So I'm using him as a shield to catch the guy that's got the lock. And we tussling. Somehow I backed all the way up to the back of the bathroom and ended up in the stall. So now my back is actually on the toilet and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm shaking him back and forth, ramming him on the wall and the side of the other stall. And, you know, fighting him off, you know. Somehow he comes up off of me and they run out. Then I get to the mirror and shit. Got a couple scratches all on my face. At the time I had a big beard, so I didn't see the scratches that was in my beard. Yeah. And then I had a couple scratches on my arm, a couple bruises, another puncture in the back of my head. So I was like, shit. And that little whatever, it could have been 30 seconds. It could have been 30 days. It just seemed like it took forever, you know what I'm saying? So I slid out the bathroom. I ran by the guards because I had blood all on my thermal and shit. And as soon as they see blood, they shutting everything down. So I ran back to my cube, grabbed the rest of my food, threw it in the bag, and then went back to the guards and shit and was like, hey, I got to shoot the medical right quick. I fell and bust my shit. So he looking at me and was like, nah, that ain't no slip and fall, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? They shut the unit down, handcuffed me, took me to medical and shit. But I left there. I went to medical. Got some staples. They asked me, did I want to go back to the unit? I'm like, no, I'm straight. Just put me in another unit. It was like, who did it? I'm like, I don't know. 2 inmates. It was like, well, you ain't got to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Kites will come in. Because I used to help a lot of people. Because a lot of people don't have shit. They don't have people sending them stuff.
Yeah, people get locked up and
you know,
people on the outside forget about them.
Like I said, my brother used to always send me a couple bucks and shit. My brother, my cousin Gary, and my cousin Netta, you know what I'm saying? They will always send me money, so...
We got to get Netta up in here. She sounds like a lifesaver.
Hey, Netta the truth.
I talked to her today, and we actually going to have her in here pretty soon for something that's going on in February.
Okay.
So I used to do, like, coffee shots. And usually a coffee shot for a noodle, but a lot of guys don't have noodles, and they want their coffee shots. So I would take chow hall cookies for them because I'm, you know, Cookie Monster, you know what I'm saying? So... And I used to help a lot of guys out like that, you know what I'm saying, or just giving shit away, you know what I'm saying? And they was pissed over that shit, so they sent in kites and got the 2 guys caught, you know what I'm saying? So it's about the next morning. I go to work because I was working at the chow hall early that morning. A lot of people came through, showed some love. Then later on that evening, one of my buddies came to me and was like, look, man, they pissed, you know what I'm saying? They want you gone. I'm like, gone for what? It was like, either you're going to have to pay they tab or they going to finish you off. I'm like, pay they tab? Man, I'm not paying shit. I ain't got shit to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So basically, they tried to make me pay their bill. They tried to put their bill on me because they got in trouble. And I, you know what I'm saying, was still there. So I'm like, man, fuck that shit. So another day went by and they came to me again. Was like, look, man, they serious, dog. So I'm like, well, shit, you know what I'm saying? You done already bust my head open, you know what I'm saying? I already got I had 8 staples in the back of my head, you know what I'm saying? And bruises everywhere. I'm like, shit, you ain't about to give me the Joker face, you know what I'm saying? So I seen a couple guys get like the Joker face, like $150. And and that shit is horrible to see. And I seen my one QB get cut from the neck, from his earlobe to earlobe.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I like literally watched the guy make the shank, make the little razor off a straight razor and shit. You get like 1,000 razors for like $3 or shit at the CVS and shit. I watched them break that bitch open, wrap it with paper, wrap it with some dental floss, give it to another guy, and then shoot over there and hit the other QB. We in the same fucking cube, man. I'm like, oh, this shit crazy. So I done seen like so many people just get like cut open and fucked up. I'm like, y'all not about to do that. I got kids to go home to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shit, I locked up. You know what I'm saying? You lock up, basically you go to the control center and you tell them I'm locking up. Yeah, I'm not going back. So they make you sit in the hole for like a couple of days. Sometimes they'll send you back, but if you're not going back, they'll let you sit there for 5 days on a wooden bench or the floor, and then they'll ride you to another joint.
Okay.
Simple as that.
A whole nother facility.
A whole nother facility. And then the people that like run with tabs, like say I borrow $50 from you and then I try to lock up, oh, your name gonna get passed around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when somebody will come to that joint, and they will collect. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you like the Moorish Science Tip of America or Nation of Islam. Oh yeah, they ride for their brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So where you was at first?
First I was at Jackson Cooper Street. And they tried to say it was like a cupcake camp, but no, that was a gladiator school. People was getting cut up every day. And then right across the street was Cotton. Cotton had like average 5 bodies a day. Like not going home. They dead now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They dead now. All you heard was EMSs riding up and down Jackson Street.
Damn.
That's all you can hear. When you go out in the yard, that's all you hear is EMSs.
5 a day, that's a lot.
Average 5 a day. It might be 3 this day. It might be 7
I
tomorrow.
feel you, but I mean, shit, that's still a lot of bodies dropping
That's
in the
bodies.
year.
Yeah. And that might be somebody who had a 2-year bit, 3.5-year bit, not going home. Maybe even a year. He not going home no more because he dead.
Or niggas get in there on a 2-year or 1 year and gotta protect yourself, and one turn to 10.
Yeah. Well, the guy who cut my other QB's neck, he had 18 months and cut dog neck, and now he's got, I don't know what they gave him for attempted life, you know what I'm saying, attempted murder or whatnot. But he's not going home for a minute.
But you gotta think about that, how prison to change somebody, where if you got 18 months and you think that cutting a nigga neck all the way open is a viable option, and I still want to go home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like something has gone on in your brain, and it's like,
changed you.
I'm changed. I don't think the same way as people on the outside, and you can't to a certain extent, but
I know I don't watch a lot of movies, but there's some shit that I watched recently. Shot Caller with my man from Game of Thrones.
I ain't hip.
Okay, it's a movie about prison. Like he go in for some drunk driving shit. He kills somebody drunk driving, and he end up like trafficking guns by the time he get back out in prison.
Oh,
like
yeah.
being locked up like completely changed him.
You will run into all kind of connects. And some of them are bullshit. You could be anybody in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can be anybody in prison. And then you can run
For a
into
period of time, I'm
and
assuming.
then you can run into the plug. Like literally. El Chapo. In that thing. So, I mean, it's a whole nother world, man. I call it the Twilight Zone.
Now you was telling me like that with the first 6 months when you got into that first altercation, is because you didn't know the prison rules, prison politics, and shit like that.
I didn't know, like I said, dog was a blood. The other guy was a GD. The other little kid, he was nobody. So, like, if you have a problem with somebody that's in a house or organization, they call it houses, you go to their higher up. Or you go to their higher ups, you know what I'm saying? You tell them, like, look, I got a problem with dog, you know what I'm saying? And then he will go and address it to him, you know what I'm saying? And then you all have a sit down if it can't be, like, worked out, you know what I'm saying? And then if it can't be discussed, worked out, then y'all go in the bathroom and work it out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But there's steps that you have to go through. And I broke the whole line,
Whole chain of command.
the whole chain of command. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it went bad for me that first 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, fuck them. You know what I'm saying?
Was that the only altercation that you kind of ran into during your stretch?
No. Like I said, I used to be a bully.
That's the only bad outcome.
That was the only bad outcome.
Okay.
When I got to St. Louis, Central Michigan Correctional Facility up there in St. Louis, I started. I was pissed because I felt like these guys got down on me. Then a couple guys were rolled in from that joint. You know what I'm saying? They were like, "Oh man, you straight? You know, I'm glad you didn't snitch and tell shit like that." You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But one of the kids had rolled in. They got their little kicks on me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I broke his ribs.
Well, that shit happens.
You know what I'm saying? He tried to do his plea. No, that ain't had nothing to do with that. Man, fuck that shit. You know, dog told me you kicked me, so I'm breaking your ribs.
Did you have to go through a higher up to make it happen, or you just...
No. I didn't give a fuck. And then by this time, I had quite of a following.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ran into a couple Joy Road cats, a couple West Side cats. I was cool with a couple Saginaw guys. Shout out to my man.
Yeah, don't drop that.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, because matter of fact, we still on parole. So, but yeah, I had quite of a following, and then I started studying because I was already studying the Moorish Science Temple of America before I went to prison. Just like little bit of literature, certain things I could find on the internet.
Right.
So once I got to St. Louis, I actually bumped into a couple real cool Moors that would actually share their literature with me. And that's very rare. A lot of the older Moors don't like sharing their literature for whatever odd reason. I don't know. But they will share their literature with me, and I got to read and study. So they kind of like adopted me. And then I started going to the services, the meetings. And then I proclaimed my nationality in September of 2016. Yeah, September 16, I claimed my nationality. And it was on then.
Yeah, man, we had one of my other Moore brothers on.
Alan.
My man Al. That's just the name. His DBA, Alan. You know what I'm saying? He got a different one. But I hook y'all up, man. We got to bring him back up here for part 2 of what he did. You know what I'm saying? So he's a good guy, man. We used to go back and forth and argue about different religion shit all over the years, and then slowly but surely I come around like, man, you may have been right about this. You know what I'm saying? But
it's
he's
science.
a good dude, you know what I'm saying?
It's science. You know what I'm saying? And it's the study of self, and the study of the things around you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the stuff, you have me with that Jesus. I'm going to have to talk to you about that later on. But, I mean, you know.
By definition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So now that you've been home, you know, you got out, what was the first thing you wanted to do once you touch free land?
The first thing I wanted to eat was at IHOP, a Colorado omelet.
Okay.
With the 3 pancakes on the side. And I had 2 coffees.
Oh, yeah. Then, like, you know, we was younger and shit. We would fuck with the Pac, 2 of America's Most Wanted and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I told the nigga, like, nigga, when I come pick you up, we about to be blasting the 2 of America's Most Wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we got in. That's the first thing. Me
That's
and
the
Netta
first
drove
song.
up.
Yeah.
First thing we bumped, leaving off the motherfucking premises, was 2 of America's Most Wanted. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. I just happened to get the nigga back. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody who go in there don't got a support system to keep motherfuckers regular.
Oh, yeah.
They try to keep like, look, I can't begin to understand what goes on in there. You can't tell me over the phone what goes on in there.
I really
you know
couldn't.
what I'm saying?
You know, so I could only tell you so much. And
Because, you know.
they listen to
They
the
listen to
phones.
them.
Yeah,
I
so
know.
you can't. I just know what kind of mood he in by the tone of his voice. You know what I'm saying? Or I can tell where your energy level at. You know what I'm saying? Just by, I mean, energy is energy. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can hear, oh, you in a good mood, you in a bad mood. you down, you up, you know what I'm saying. You can pick all that shit up via voice and tonality and shit. You know what I'm saying. But for folks who locked up, man, or if you have folks who are loved ones is locked up, man, you just got to remember. I mean, absolutely. I'll tell you what this shit taught me though. Cause matter of fact, we was still at the gig and shit. Like when that shit happened, I was at work, kind of fucked up and shit. You was like, "What up?" You sat in my office. I told you, like, "Man, niggas just grabbed my brother."
Yeah, I remember the whole story.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Cause I mean, now that you hear, like, it's easier to connect the dots and shit. But like, I done known Jay since high school.
Okay.
So like I remember him giving me the story of like when shit happened, like the whole process. So I mean, it feel like, you know, I've been invested and involved in it since like day one, and now I like to see you out here. Like it's
and the nigga who ended up arresting you went to Cass. He was your man's and shit. I won't say his name. He ended up killing himself.
I know.
That's who.
Yeah.
Duh. And man, he was like, oh man.
And what's
Small
so
world.
funny, the last time, your last court date, because Netta know him too. He was on the elevator when we was leaving down, and Netta was talking to him. I want to be like, man, look, man, this the whole ass detective. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, he was supposed to like
and
have a good word for me and
made,
squash it and all of that shit.
What made everything click to me is like when we was talking, you had told me this. I don't know if this was before. My man would ask you like, well, did you know anybody that had drugs or some shit? He asked you some random shit like, nigga,
yeah,
I'm not a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? But because of what he was accused of and why he ended up taking his own life, I understood why he asked that question, because he was gonna try to flip you or because they was robbing drug dealers essentially.
Okay.
They was robbing drug dealers and then selling drugs to other people, and then when they got caught, instead of going to prison, he
was a
ended
coward and killed
himself.
himself.
Yeah. So that's why he was trying to like, oh, he probably from like, well, if you can do something for me, or we make this shit go away, and then possibly you can get out. You know what I'm saying? Like they was that shit.
They was dirty.
That was a weird question. I'm like, why would he ask you that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
and then the way I was answering my questions, like, man, I'm not gonna have to tell you what I do out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying? This was a bullshit argument between two mutual friends that went completely left. And then when I tried to make it right, it went even further left.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's all it was. And then I don't want to talk about the victim no more because that's part of my conditions. So,
yeah, it's not part of my condition. All I want to say is this: that I mean, it'd just be so funny, man, and because certain people portray certain lives out in the streets via social media, or they will even physically do certain acts, and then when tables turn and shit get boils down, they call the police and they get on the stand and they testify
like a bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I sit in the courtroom and watch a motherfucker testify on some, and everybody inside. I don't really like I don't like the justice system. I don't like the prosecutors. I don't like the district attorneys or the judge, because all of them know each other. All of them. I literally sit there and watch all of them talk. Everybody know every detail of the case, but when they get you up there, the nigga who on the stand, everybody knows what happened, but they ask questions in a way where I can't actually fully give you the truth. I got to give you the answer that you want.
Yeah.
Like if we here to put somebody away or some shit, niggas say, could you tell me what happened? And then let me explain. Y'all niggas want to answer one question. Was it 702 or was it 703? Only say yes or no. Like, fam, I can't, everything not a yes or no answer. You know what I'm saying?
I literally
They
waited.
paint a different picture.
Yeah.
I waited. I never got to tell my story on what happened until I seen the parole office. I mean, the parole agent.
Yeah. And what's so crazy is, so, in Michigan, niggas go to Otis and look everybody up, and niggas look at different charges and shit. Sometimes the charge don't tell the story of what actually happened.
Yeah. And I know, so I got a good friend of mine right now. His son is going through some shit where him and some of his homies he young. He's just turned 16.
Yeah.
Or he just turned 17. And him and his homeboys got into some stuff, and he's the only one still locked up. And my homie, who was his father, was trying to tell him, like, your boys done flipped on you.
Yeah.
Like, they done wrote statements.
Yeah.
That's why you the only one in here, and they out there in the world. And he was like, nah, they wouldn't do that. He was like, Tell your lawyer to pull the paperwork.
Don't hold your breath. Oh, he didn't get it. He got
the
paperwork.
Oh yeah, his lawyer pulled the paperwork, and I mean, he's reading the statements that your so-called friends,
Oh yeah, he
you
got
know,
all this
then
paperwork.
already told him.
It's in his paperwork.
I mean,
believe that.
Pusha T said it best. Sorry, nigga, I'm trying to come home. What's the snitch acronym?
Yeah.
He did a song like people trying to come home, and they gonna use you to get there.
Oh yeah, when they start looking at them numbers, you know that I ain't gonna snitch. I'm a man up and stand on these charges. When they start talking about football numbers, a lot of dudes shake.
And they be talking about hockey numbers, they still shake.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Some people ain't built. I'm not built to go to prison.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going because I know if I go in there, if I come out, I'm never gonna be the same, or I'm just never gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta go all the way. You know what I'm saying? I would probably go into full monster mode. That's not good. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not good.
But like, I'm not built for that shit.
I ain't gonna be in jail braiding hair and singing songs. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be full psychopath mode. You know what I'm saying?
It's so many misconceptions. Like you just said, you're not gonna be in there braiding hair.
Nah.
Man, guys in there braiding hair are better than women. And no homo shit, no gay shit, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They just know how to braid hair. I mean, guys literally look like they just came out the shop. Barbers, man, our trimmers, beard trimmers, got 2 AA batteries. You look like you just left Tony Rouse. Shout out to Tony Rouse.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But, and then you do got that little gay shit in there. And let me tell you, the shit about fags and stuff like that in prison, they don't mess with you. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why a fag, or you get messed with by a fag, because you're a fag. They can smell, they know who gay and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now there are some predators. You know what I'm saying? If you a soft, weak motherfucker and you borrow too much or you borrow some shit and can't pay that shit back, yeah, they gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But you can look at an individual and tell him he's soft or weak. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. You just ain't coming to prison and the big guy just gonna come fuck with you for no reason.
Yeah.
You know
But
what
if
I'm
you weak,
But if you weak, and you got that scary look in your face, like, what am I doing here? I'm not supposed to be here. You through. You lunch meat. You gone.
and then a lot of people is that person. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas drive home drunk from the motherfucking club every night, every weekend, right?
Right.
Nigga, you can easily go to prison.
Yeah, easy.
Not because you didn't shot somebody, like nigga on some
Just a
accidental
bad
shit.
night. Yeah.
Just a bad night.
And like, what you gonna do?
Everyone is 30 seconds away from going to prison. 30 seconds. That's how long it took me to make that wrong decision. 30 seconds.
So talk about decision making and the different classes and shit you went through as far as anger management and all that shit.
Well, and this is what's messed up. Because when you go before the board and they'll give you classes that they recommend you take.
Yeah.
So they recommended me take a Thinking for a Change class.
All right.
I had to complete that class before I was able to be released. Then they recommended me take it's a phase 1 drug class. It's like they have 2 drug classes. Like if you was the hardcore smoker, shooter, or whatnot. Drug that you take that, and then you take the phase 1, like if you're just smoking weed or selling drugs, or you know what I'm saying. And they give you a class like the reasons, like how to, how to change your thinking.
Yeah.
Or continent thinking. I wish I was a little more prepared. I could have brought my paperwork because I do have all of my paperwork. Because sometimes I have to go back and look over some things, and I'll stop and think because. Sometimes I just be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I hate when people talk with their hands. I read body language, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's real hard for me not to be the bully. And it's like, man, these people not even on that, you know what I'm saying? Chill out. I'm going to have to talk to myself like, man, chill out. These people ain't even on that shit, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit, it's only been 30 days, you know what I'm saying? You spend 3 years in a place where you constantly playing chess and looking over and what certain body language means something different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From when you at work to the asshole supervisor or anybody, you know what I'm saying, or
Oh,
niggas to be
man.
disrespectful or some shit. Like, you never know what a nigga going through, or you never know who you talking to.
I had got a job with this company. We was cleaning out Joe Louis Arena, and a couple of the guys was just talking crazy, reckless, like slip. What they call slip jokes, like when they tell gay jokes and stuff. You know, we don't do slip jokes.
Okay.
Because that leads to other kind of conversations and which lead into fights. You know what I'm saying? So you nip all that shit in the bud. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys, they talk crazy. They just think they can say whatever they want to you and not think you're gonna do nothing about it. Or so what? I said that. That don't give you the right to hit me. Yes, it does, because you just said some bullshit to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
Yeah.
I literally have to, like, not just think for myself, but I have to think for the person who's in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what he's saying. He doesn't know who you are or how you're going to react. He's not thinking for himself. So I have to think for him and for myself.
I mean, that's the best way to stay on this side. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because they gave you how long the probation they give you?
Parole, I got
parole, I'm sorry.
a 24-month parole.
Okay.
So
And shit, parole designed to send you right back. And
send you right back.
You know, my homie violated parole. Just not coming home for curfew on time.
Yeah, they give everyone different stipulations. I don't know if I could say blessed, but you know, so I don't have a curfew. I don't have to wear a tether. I can go anywhere in the state of Michigan. I do have to stay 500 feet away from the victim. I can't drink, can't smoke, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. I can't be around any weapons. No knives, no guns, no baseball bats, anything that could be used or thought to be used as a weapon.
Okay.
So I'm like, shit, I work at a fucking warehouse. What if I have to use a box cutter to cut open boxes? Well, hell, that's what I had on me the night in question that you know what I'm saying, I caught my case, was a box cutter.
What they say about when you at work?
She was just like, you know what I'm saying, like don't carry it with you because you're at work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So it's
Don't
like
take it out of work.
Yeah, it's like in context. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So, however, I am
Pat your
subject.
pockets before you leave work and shit. You
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because that be you
Yeah.
walking home,
Right.
or you walk across the street to the store, and anything happen in the store and shit, and you know.
It's like I'm subject to be searched at any given time they want. So if I'm at my brother's house, or if I'm at your house, where you at, Mr. Johnson? Oh, I'm over at such and such such house. They're pulling up, and they're searching me at your house, and then they're going to search your house.
So yeah, I was looking at that online and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's certain cases where that's a violation of my rights. Like, so for example, my house is your two house or whatever.
Yeah.
So they can search my shit because I put my house down as this. But like, if somebody else come in my fucking house that's on parole, I don't know, and the police try to come through, don't cross my fucking threshold. You know what I'm saying?
And any car. If I'm riding with anybody, they're subject to search anything, and anything that's found in that house or in that car is automatically mine.
Now, what if it's what if you not in the house? If they find something in the house, but you not in the house, not like outside in the backyard, some shit, but like you not nowhere there, or do you know rather?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how that would even work.
Well, shit, we ain't trying to find out.
No.
Well, you
We're
need to
trying to
know.
find.
No, you need to know everything because you can't not. You know, like, well, shit, I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's a question.
Yeah,
that you ask, like, well, shit, he ain't been here in 2 weeks, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you
I
never
wouldn't
know.
say he ain't been here in 2 weeks.
Well,
but-
I'm just
because
giving
that-
as an example.
Yeah, because that's going to be like, oh, he's got another residence somewhere. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I'm using it as an example.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now I know you mentioned that you were a father, active father in your kid's life today.
Oh, yeah.
I know you got an older son who's
Yeah.
like 18, 19,
18.
if I'm correct.
Yeah, he'd be 19 in July.
Okay, and then you got 2 younger kids. Did the younger kids know that you were locked away?
Yeah, they know everything.
Okay.
I've always shared the truth with my children from day one. You know what I'm saying? They knew it wasn't no. I didn't even have to tell them there wasn't no Santa Claus. I remember you.
Yeah.
that episode you was
I
talking
killed
about.
it. I killed Santa Claus.
But they know everything. And my daughter, it really hurt me because she would always ask me like, well, is there any way you could come home early? Can you just be good enough to where they'll let you come home early?
Yeah.
Can you get out on the tether? I'm like, how the fuck you know about a tether? You know what I'm saying?
That little girl smart.
Because, you know, well, you know.
Yeah.
But they gave me the energy to keep from doing dumb shit in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you knew you had something to come back home to.
Because I knew I had something to come back home to. It's like I would call them I could tell you the weekends I didn't call home versus the weekends that I called home. You know what I'm saying? Every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I call home, call to my parents' house because my children come over there every weekend, and I talk to my mom, talk to my dad, then I finish out with my children. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we would talk. I always ask them, how was school this week? You know what I'm saying? How was in their school, they got like citizenship grades. So what was your citizenship like? What did y'all actually talk about in class? And if you can't tell me what you did in English class, math class, social studies, I mean, I've been out of school for 20 years, but I know
what's going on.
I know
every
what's
day,
going
yeah.
on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to tell me something out of each subject that you did. You know what I'm saying? Every week. And then I tried to get them to read this summer. That didn't work. But, you know, actually it did work with my daughter because she reads online comic books.
Okay.
So she's reading.
Yeah, she had to find something she was interested in and it connected.
Yeah, so both my daughter and my 13, well, he'll be 14 Sunday, my 14-year-old, both of them honor students, and they're going through some shit, you know what I'm saying, between me being away and the lifestyle that their mom has, you know what I'm saying. Well, she still is a good mom, but, you know.
Yeah, we all got our faults.
Yeah. But and then my mom, by her being sick up until then, they had lost their other grandma like the year before, same time.
Damn.
Yeah.
On the anniversary of their other grandmother, you know.
Yeah. So they've been going through some shit, and then they can still keep their grades up. You know what I'm saying? Like they missed a lot of school, so I was like, okay, how we gonna make this up? And they're like, what you mean? I'm like, you gonna go to school and you gonna ask your teacher for a homework pack so you can make that, you know, make them grades up.
Yeah.
And they literally would go back, tell their teacher they need a homework pack, bring that shit over on my parents' house on the weekend, and we do homework over the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up.
Now, my oldest son, he think he's slicker than a can of oil, you know what I'm saying? So he would tell me.
He at that age.
Yeah. I blame myself because I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But
And there's only so much you can do in the position that you're in.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have people back and double check on them, but I mean,
Man, it was
in the reality of it, you somewhere else and I'm
yeah,
living my life.
like
me and Netta, you know what I'm saying?
they did what they could, but they got their lives too. You know what I'm saying?
He graduated on time.
He graduated on
hey
time.
man,
And that was a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
I was one of them, so I understand. Like
Yeah.
I barely graduated high school, like so I get it. And I had two parents in the house that I was pulling bullshit on.
Through all the ups and downs and shit, when we going up, we taking this Xbox, like, well, nigga, you not playing none of this shit until you get, you know what I'm saying? All
And
these
I had to
different
tell
things.
them, like, look, man, go in there and take his game. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. Punch him in the face. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Kick his ass. Like, man, I ain't doing that. Well, take his game then. You know what I'm saying? Take the computer, man. Do something. Because he's not going to think you're serious.
Yeah.
He's just going to be, he just, yap. But he literally would tell me, oh, I got to be here or I got to see there. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. So then I talked to Netta on the phone. I'm like, yeah, Netta, Wayne told me he doing good. She was like, bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He fucking up. I had to go talk to his teacher and shit. I'm like, what? So I called him back. I said, man, I just talked to Netta. She tell me you fucking up in school. Oh, you did? I'm like, yeah. So I didn't go in on him. Like, man, blah. I'm like, look, man, you have to have an education. No, you have to get if you have to graduate from high school. If you want to go into the workforce and be a blue collar worker, so be it. If you want to further your education and go to a trade school or a college, community college, that's what's up. But you have to have an education. No one's going to take care of you.
Not no grown man.
No one's going to take care of a grown man. I mean, we handsome and all, but our looks are only going to get us so way. You know what I'm saying? So
Johnson jeans are good.
hey man. So he didn't talk to me for like 5-6 months.
Because he mad at you for trying to be the
parent.
best parent you can be in your position.
You know what I'm saying?
Kids, man, they don't know how to. They don't know
So-
how to. They don't know how
Accept
to,
discipline sometimes.
that too, and they don't know how to work through their emotions when
Yeah,
you
exactly.
really mad that your father's gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And he actually wrote a rap.
Yeah, I know.
I heard him rap for the first time the other night. And I was like, oh shit, my son's pretty cool. He's pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get him in the studio though. I like that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
It's called the
used to
Golden
be-
Child.
He used to be around while, you know what I'm saying, when we was doing our rap shit, you know what I'm saying? When I take him to the barbershop, you know what I'm saying, every Friday, and I'll put on some real, like we'll fuck with the regular shit, some Migos or some shit like that, but then I let him hear some real shit. And he more in tune with like the real raps and lyricists and shit like
Yeah.
that. And he like, Uncle Joe, you still rap? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'll play some old shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'll play him like, man, I gotta get better. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to. I'm about to tell you. I'm not about to do nothing until you ask me to. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
If this is gonna be your passion, this is something that you want to do. If you ask me, absolutely, I got all the resources in the world for you. But if
Right.
you don't never say something, I'm not gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Right,
want you to
right.
do nothing for me. Or my uncle wanted me. No. If you want to do some shit,
Yeah.
ask me, because you know, I know.
Show the interest in it, man up and get behind
So
it. That's
yeah,
all.
I would call home like regular, talk to my daughter, talk to my other son, talk to my mom, talk to my dad. I say, well, where Wayne at? Oh, he back there playing the game. Take him the phone. He won't take the phone. He won't take the phone. Yeah, he just sitting here. He playing his game. Man, put the phone to his ear. My dad literally held the phone to his ear every day, well, every weekend for like 5-6 months. And I would tell him, like, look, man, you know I'm not staying here, right? They're gonna let me go.
Yeah.
You will pay for this. This little you're not gonna win this battle, buddy.
So during this time, I didn't know that was happening and shit initially. You know what I'm saying? But then when he got into the little altercation and shit, you know what I'm saying? When he called, and, you know, told, and I found out. A little bit before that, I found out he was being a butthole. You know what I'm saying? He being mad. I mean, you're still a kid. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with emotions. But after that shit happened, I had to sit him down. Like, look, dog, that's not who we are. We family first. We family over everything.
Yeah.
Nigga and this motherfucker going through real life shit just so he can come home to be a father to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't when we about to abandon nobody. Like, that's not what we do. When you look around, nigga, our first friends is cousins. You know what I'm saying? Netta is a sister to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My other Quentin and Garrett, like, them is my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, our first family is first. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Absolutely.
And like the same thing, like, nigga, you got to do the exact same shit for your little brother and your little sister.
Yeah.
Like, we don't leave nobody behind. I don't got to agree with you. I don't even got to like you. But nigga, you
And
gonna
man, when shit get real, that's all you have in
Yeah.
life is family.
Exactly.
You know, and shit, even that's it. That's it. Like when I lost my mother, like after the first well wishes, you know, we here for you. At the end of the day, all I had was my old man and my sister. And like that's even to this day, like I know them, my kids, that's all I got.
Man, it's a messed up feeling, man, because like it was my mom, my dad, and in our immediate quote unquote family is me and my brother. You know what I'm saying? So when my brother gone, my mom make her transition. I'm looking around like, damn, nigga, it's me and my dad. You know what I'm saying? And Netta come over and she feels that void because she like our sister. But we look around like, in my actual bloodline, I'm like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then it's those moments that make you realize more than ever how important that family structure is, and that you got to do whatever you can to keep it together.
Absolutely.
So I mean, you know, it's a blessing that you made it. I mean, I'm looking at you. You got all your faculties. You're moving good, looking good. You know, you're living life. You came out 2 jobs in 8 days.
Man.
You know, getting your life back about you. So I mean, you know, it's great to have this conversation with you. I can't wait to hear when we come back 6 months from now, a year from now, to see how your life has progressed, changed, and
Big
you know
plans.
turn for the better.
Oh yeah, big plans.
Yeah, man. It's been you don't have to get caught up on all the damn episodes and shit, dog. I told I told a nigga I told the folks about the whooping house, you know what I'm saying?
my god.
Yo, I died crying. I was literally in tears talking when he was telling me about the whooping house, man.
I told him how Dad made the motherfucking paddle and put the fire through it and drilled the holes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like
I literally had that paddle still in the house up until till they took me away.
I wish I knew it was in there when I got all this shit out there. I would have grabbed it.
I actually used that paddle a couple times.
But you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, there's some medieval things that happen in that Johnson house.
Hey, you know my dad's a great guy, man.
My dad's a great
he's a
guy.
real friendly guy now.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I posted a video yesterday because Netta had
I saw.
put a picture up saying happy birthday, Uncle Dwayne. Happy birthday, Uncle / Daddy Dwayne. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, well, he doesn't do Facebook, but he deserves all the birthday wishes that he can get. You know what I'm saying? So he literally had like 20, 30 people chime in, happy birthday. So I'm like, man, Dad, you got the internet on fire. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, Netta put this picture up, and I'm showing them while we driving home right after I left the podcast last night. And I said, look, all these people saying happy birthday to you. He's like, what? Who is it? was all family members from different states and a couple of our friends, you know what I'm saying? So he was getting literally choked up. Like, oh my gosh, I'm over here crying. I'm like, man, you straight? You know, you want me to pull over and drive or something?
I mean,
so when we got to the crib, I said, we about to do a thank you video. He was like, all right. So, and fortunately, my son was there. My oldest son, Dwayne, was there. So we had all three Dwaynes in the house.
Okay.
So we all stood, you know what I'm saying, side by side. And I did the video and I let my dad do a thank you speech, you know what I'm saying, to everybody. And then I posted it on my page and I tagged as many names as I could remember that had gave him his thank yous and stuff. And he did more numbers than the first time, you know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
So,
yeah, man, it's a tough time too, man. It's his first time he's celebrating his birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
By himself, so to speak. You know what I mean? So tough shit. He's about to cry in the video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was. He was choked up. I had to make him laugh so he wouldn't cry. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel you. I'm like literally days away from like the 5th anniversary of my mother's passing. Oof. And I mean, it doesn't get any easier. But, you know, thank God that I got good family around, good friends around. Like, my support system is still strong. And, you know, thankfully you still have, you know, family here, still have that support. And, you know, like I said, man, you know, the door is we always tell any guest that we have here, the door is always open. Ain't no bad blood with nobody, and you are literally family. Oh yeah. So I mean, this won't be the first or the last time that we have you in the hot seat.
Y'all gave me an idea, man. I'm thinking about starting one of these things up myself, man.
Hey, this the best place for it.
I might do a couple more sit-ins so I can, you know what I'm saying, get a little
get
more
feet wet.
get my feet wet, and then we might have to do something, man.
Hey man, you came out, you had an interview with Premium Pete before we did, man. So I mean, you off to a good start, fam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. What I need the people to do, man, I got this email from YouTube this week, man, because email made some changes with how they monetize accounts. They said they're going to demonetize my account, man. Like, so they said if you don't got 1,000 subscribers, so they got like it used to be like after you hit like 1 million views, you can start making money off your videos and shit like that. I'm like, I got like about 4 million views and shit. Now they switched it to you got to have 1,000 subscribers to your channel, and then monthly you got to do 4,000 minutes of people watching or whatever.
So we need y'all to watch these damn videos.
Yes.
Well, it's not even the watching.
Subscribe and watch the videos.
The watching number, I think we was at like 3,000. You know what I'm saying? There's still like 2 weeks left. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. But we need the subscribers on YouTube. We need to get to 1,000 so that we can keep monetizing the YouTube channel. So if you're listening right now, I'm not even sure if you got a YouTube account, but if you don't, set one of them motherfuckers up and go follow.
You don't even need a YouTube account. If you got a Gmail,
by default,
you got a YouTube account.
Yeah, so
all you got to do is sign in.
Oh man, we done came back in this joint 84 weeks. No matter what's been going on, to drop some content.
Oh, what the Tigers had on?
I'm asking for the 84. Check it out. Just asking to go to YouTube And follow J.Johnson 313 on YouTube. Just follow and subscribe to the account so we can continue to monetize some of the videos and watch the damn videos. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you want to see us.
Yeah,
'Cause
we
we
put out consistent good content week in, week out, and it's not gonna stop.
Because you hearing, but you don't be seeing the facial expressions. Because some of this shit is priceless. Unless you follow like Instagram and shit like that. But them only minute clips. So, you know.
Yeah,
Right.
we last week's thing secretly trash episode.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was funny.
There's a lot of wild shit said, and
Yeah.
a lot of wild
I was
facial
just like,
expressions.
what?
Ladies' baths are like Cheyenne stopped me yesterday. She's like, I take baths, and I said it's still trash.
I'm still posting that one tomorrow, too.
It's still trash. So yeah, follow along. Dame Gone Wild, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Follow all our pages. Shop Talk Podcast Studios on Instagram. Shop Talk Podcast on Instagram. What you got, Jay?
Man, just the same thing. J Johnson 313 on Instagram and Twitter, and just follow Shop Talk Podcast, Shop Talk Podcast Studios. If you're listening for the first time, if you was at the podcast summit, welcome. Hope you come back next week. Also, if you need somewhere to record, Shop Talk Podcast Studios, we open for business. I'm not saying we the Rockefeller podcast, but we are Jay and Dame.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
Peace.